My name is Pete Reinders. I'm a country GP in the small town of Prince Albert. I'm the only private doctor in town. Because I'm the only doctor there, I sort of tend to look after human beings and animals, because the nearest vet is something like an hour away. It's a very small little town, 5, 6, 7,000 people at the most. Well, one of the nice things about living in a small town like Prince Albert is that we live in a small holding right in the center of town, and the surgery is right there near the house. In fact, the surgery is very close to my sheep pen and the chickens and the garden. So on my way to work in the morning, I can check my seedlings, see how everything's growing, feed the chickens, talk to the sheep, and all that within 10, 20 feet from my surgery. In fact, between patients, if there's a quiet moment, I can nip out and feed the chickens and feed the sheep again, dig in the garden, and see the next patient arriving. But that's the nice thing about a small town and being away from the city. You can feel the changes in the seasons, you can see it in the growth of the plants, you can sense it in the behavior of the animals, and everything's alive around you. You're never quite sure what's going to pop up on the surgery door, either a patient or a frog or a chicken or sometimes a snake and even a crab. In the days when I lived in Cape Town, sometimes you were surprised to see an ant. So one of the great things about moving to the country was just being able to plant things in the ground and watching them grow. It was a novelty to me. Soon it became a bit of an obsession, and the stranger, the more exotic the vegetable, the better. Normal carrots and cabbages, beans I planted, but I soon discovered the internet and heirloom seeds that have been passed down from generation to generation and unchanged by seed companies. So it's a delight to walk in that garden and see an orange-colored aubergine from Ethiopia or a red one from Brazil, and knowing it's growing thanks to your little seedling which you popped into the ground and nurtured for 3 or 4 weeks, and now it's bearing fruit. It's an incredible sensation, it's an incredible excitement. Without doubt, my vegetable garden is my pride and joy. It's my way of meditating. It's my way of calming down after a stressful day, just to wander amongst those exotic plants. And well, I'm afraid to say, as a doctor, one of my main ways of relaxing after a stressful day is the whole act of firing up a pipe. The pipe is a perfect way for me to sit down and fiddle and clean and tamper down and light it up, and it's just a great way to relax. And in spite of being criticized as a smoking doctor, I find it much more therapeutic than any benzodiazepine or any other tranquilizer. I'll probably pay the price for it, but it's so relaxing, and morning or evening, it's just a way of chilling out. It's just being near my old Land Rovers. I've been driving Land Rovers since the age of 13, so that's, well, I'm not going to give my age away, but that's many, many decades of Land Rovers, and to me, it's become such a way of life that I don't see their faults anymore, and to me it symbolizes the bush and freedom. And every day of my life I can get in my Land Rover and just drive out into those dusty roads, and with dust, which I feel is the invisible anthem of this continent, with dust in your nostrils and with a pipe in your mouth, and the hot Karoo wind ruffling your hair, you can't find better than that. And my Land Rover will probably outlive me, but it's a great old vehicle, and I think even to the family and the children, they can feel that it's a vehicle with a soul, and always will be.